Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Gamer and I'm very excited because we are playing Rule the Waves 2 and we are trying to invade North Korea, which is currently Japanese occupied. Our forces are sailing from the Bay of Kichau and we are trying to land our transports over here in this field over here. But just at the end of last term we discovered, or we received a report of our forces about 2 battle cruisers, a carrier, a light carrier and a heavy cruiser of the Japanese forces, of the Japanese Navy down here in this little bay just between us and the target zone. There seems to be an enemy lurking. We also have to be mindful about all of these Japanese presences and bases because they will be sending out planes after our invasion force, and that is certainly something that we have to keep in mind. Our forces are currently 4 aircraft carriers, the Yorktown, Bennington, Biscay and Lubang, and 2 battle cruisers, the Constitution and Independence. We will be sending the Constitution and Independence right into this bay here, trying to drive off the enemy if they are there. We also have to be mindful about this report of a single destroyer over here. A single destroyer is not the biggest threat, but to our transports it could be. So what I would like to do actually is take these these forces here of 2 light cruisers, and we're going to ask them to not be AI controlled anymore. We're going to accelerate them to the max speed and we're going to try to get over here as fast as possible basically. Right, that being said, we have sent out strikes against these 2 airfields. We've also asked all of our aircraft to basically be launching at this position. Maybe that was a little bit early, but we'll have to see. One of them is trying to form up in a coordinated strike, and one of them is trying to just launch all of their aircraft as soon as possible towards that direction. So yeah, let's use turn after turn over here. So we've got a new report, so these guys are moving down here towards the south. So I think actually we might adjust courses here a little bit with our battle cruisers, so that we hopefully can intercept them if they are indeed in this vicinity. Right. So tensions are building up really, and we are trying to get our destroyers here to mingle into this transport fleet. I guess it can be a little bit faster. Right, and all of our other forces are streaming, just basically streaming north, trying to match up over there. Receiving more reports about enemy shipping over here. It's mostly transports though, so it's not to be taken too seriously. I'm not sure where exactly they are. There are some of our fighters here providing escorts, and it's very nice that they are in the front, because they might be engaging some enemy air patrols, combat air patrols. If there are enemy carriers, read class fires at an unknown enemy ship. Where on earth is this? Is this over here? Might be, might be. Well, we are driving these guys here into the north, so I think that's going to be okay. So yeah, we've got 34, well, basically 3 groups of dive bombers over here. We've got a Japanese recon craft over there. We've got our fighters over there. If they do have something over here, we should be able to spot them fairly soon. And there is some engagement, but I think it's of AI forces, so I don't really see that right now. We are receiving more reports? No, not really. So yeah, also you can see our aircraft streaming just towards this airbase, so hopefully they're going to attack that very soon. And actually these guys here might also be going just for the airbase. They might not actually be the ones striking here. Yeah, it seems like they are going for that airbase. Yeah, so that's the first strike package really that we've got. And that does leave all of our guys here without any aircraft really. That all of them have taken off as soon as possible at first light basically. We also have an airbase over here in Tsingtao, and they should be sending up some forces, mostly to suppress their airfields as well, but we are going to have to see whether that is truly the case. What are you guys doing down there? Okay, let's actually ask you to come up over this way. I think I want to keep my forces a little bit closer together. There's one of our destroyers, not sure what it's doing. And here is the first attack. I'm going to expand this a little bit so we can read more. So, We are glide bombing some enemy LT over here, and I think that's simply the, not minefield, the airfield basically. One of our aircrafts has been destroyed, but we also scored a light bomb hit, so that's nice to see. We also lost an aircraft over here against enemy air patrols. That's a little bit to be expected. More things going on. So Chempulo, no, sorry, that's the other one. Chinampo. Oh dear God, I'm mispronouncing that so strongly. But yeah, we are bombing over here. We are losing some aircraft to AA, which is sort of to be expected. But at least we are scoring a couple of hits here, which is nice to see. Still, we are losing a lot of aircraft in these attacks against few bomb hits actually. Yeah, both of these airfields are now being attacked though, so that is extremely nice. I don't see enemy shipping yet. More bomb hits. Hopefully we are taking these guys out of control basically. Carrier Division 6 has so that's you guys here, Yorktown. You are supposed to form a core on these guys down here. And you're supposed to come up north. Recon aircraft over there, more bomb hits on these guys. So yeah, that's basically a very heavy battle being fought over these airfields. We're gonna have to see after the battle just how much damage we did do there, and how much damage we suffer as well. You guys have just become AI controlled. That's a little bit unfortunate, but I don't see any enemies, so that at least is good. Our battle cruisers are sort of driving through this, and here are more ships, more aircraft coming this way, and trying to intercept enemy shipping there. So hopefully we are going to see some messages about our aircraft attacking enemy ships soon. Hopefully they're going to find them. If they're not going to find them, we are in a world of pain. Also, some of our aircrafts are returning from the north. I guess here as well. There we are. 19 aircraft approaching enemy ships. But there is a lot of air combat, and we've lost five of our aircraft. So that's it. That's the point why I thought that maybe a coordinated strike might be a little bit better. 5 aircrafts lost is very bad. 5 harpoons are strafing an enemy carrier. We are losing an aircraft. We are losing more aircrafts as we go. But the AA crews are decimated by the strafing attack, so that's extremely nice. So that means our follow-on attacks might have a little bit more luck. Also, we are engaging their combat air patrol, and no, they are engaging us and doing a lot of damage against us. They're mostly over here, so I suspect that the enemy shipping must still be around here. So far we haven't really done any significant damage, as far as I can tell. There we are, 10 more of our ships are starting to attack. Oh, you guys are not AI, you are in AI control. You shouldn't be, you really shouldn't be. I want you to drive into the front. But here we go, so this is the first time we are scoring some real damage. We have scored 2 hits on a bomb, on a battle cruiser. So that's extremely nice. These aircraft carriers are coming up that way. Yeah, let's go basically west of this island. Yes! Very good. So we have scored hits on their bomb hits on their aircraft carriers, and bomb hits can be devastating for aircraft carriers. And here we are, more of our aircrafts are approaching enemy ships. Brilliant, that's very good. If they are indeed capital ships, then we are doing very well over here. Another light carrier being hit over here, so it seems like their group has sort of concentrated over there. Just individual bomb hits so far. Enemy unsighted is hit by a torpedo, very good. We don't know what ship that is, it might only be a destroyer. But overall I'm very happy about these hits there. Unsighted ship is hit by a torpedo. And we are starting to see them come into range. So our battle cruisers do really need to come up over here and start to make their way this way. You know what, you guys, can you... Oh, you can't form on that lead division. And that's a little bit unfortunate. Okay, you guys here. Can you also please come forward towards the battle cruisers? Right, yeah, the battle cruisers are soon going to be engaging these guys over here. Yeah, there they come. Unidentified ship radar contacts. And I think most of our aircrafts have already engaged now. And they were maybe not quite as successful as I would have hoped them to be. And I suppose we don't really have any strike craft ready. So these are only 4 aircraft ready. It's pathetic. This is basically nothing. Nevertheless, our battle cruisers here have one advantage, and that is they have an all-forward firing arrangement. So they should be able to engage these guys relatively well. We are identifying this as a carrier, and indeed we know that the enemy has 1 carrier and 1 carrier only, but they also have a battleship. Okay, let's start out with carrier. Let's engage it with a couple of shots. Secondary battery on the Independence hit, so you did lose a heavy 16-inch hit. So indeed, this ship behind it, it's probably not a battleship. We know that the Japanese are very reluctant to use battleships. It might very well be a battle cruiser, and this guy here is in fact also more of an aircraft carrier than anything else. So yeah, still we do have some aircrafts that should be launched and that are just only forming up at this moment. So let's see about that. Okay, lots of hits being scored on this guy. And I just hope that a couple of these hits are enough to start fires, and it's not able to launch aircrafts basically anymore, because that would be pretty lovely. And I think indeed it might make sense to switch fire onto the battleship now. Or the supposed battleship. We know in fact it's a battle cruiser. This guy does seem to be on fire, so that's nice because it cannot start aircraft obviously while it's on fire. We're still scoring some hits here, even including 16-inch hits, but there are the first hits on the battleship, so that's extremely lovely. Yeah, more hits being scored on both of these ships. Fantastic result. We can't go too far away from our transports though. Ooh, Independence being hit. Ouch! This is a very devastating hit. So here we are, critical hit, 2 adjacent turrets damaged, and since these guys only do have 2 turrets, this is devastating. Indeed, it does register as extremely damaged at this point. We are scoring hits on them, but we don't really know how much damage that is truly doing. So in fact, I think we have to turn around over here. The Independence does... I mean, it's viable that this turret gets repaired at some point, but the Constitution is still firing, so that's nice. And apparently they have some... Yeah, it's a battle cruiser. It's the Acoma class 916-inch gun, so 1 more gun than we have. Potentially a little bit more damage. But it's also lost the mid-turret here, and the frontal turret has been taken out of action, at least intermediately. So, on the other hand, that does mean that, you know what, we are potentially out-damaging them. So, what indeed we might want to do is turn together here in this direction. So have the Constitution basically come up front and fire at the Acoma and continue to deal some damage against it. And the aircraft carrier should also be taking a lot of damage. And there's another battlecruiser up here though, so we might actually want to do the full circle and drive sort of this way. Really not enough aircraft on... Ooh, here we are. So on Carrier Division 6 there are a couple of aircraft that we can take. So it's not a lot, but it's as much as we can have. So 15, 12, 7, 13, 9. That looks very reasonable. I think you guys here can use torpedoes. You guys here can use torpedoes. Not going to use these 2 aircraft. And maybe not these 7 either. So yeah, just 4 groups. Your spotting is very good for that, so I think that's okay. I'm going to give you a location somewhat over here, and we're immediately going to launch this strike. And then the battle cruisers are going to come down here and try to engage this other Ikoma class, which presumably has not been damaged yet. And indeed it is firing 9 guns on us. So really try to engage that. It's only 1 ship? Yeah, still, let's try to do that. Okay, we've hit this guy. That's nice to see. Might also be good if we could start some fires on them. Indeed, that would be great. Oh, and we do need to get the... Ooh, we're actually driving the Biscay itself into the fray over here. That of course is immensely stupid. You guys, can you just go to max speed, just drive at the enemy, try to disrupt them over there? Really didn't pay enough attention down there. That might well be an issue. Can you focus fire on this new battlecruiser? Yeah, there we go. Please do that. Independence, can you please get your turret back in action? That would be much appreciated. I mean, your secondaries are nice as well, but yeah, this guy here is the big problem. Okay, at the very least they are driving against our battle cruisers, against our destroyers, so that's nice to see. 61% damage. Independence really has a problem here. But Constitution is starting to fire on this guy. But it has 1 less gun, so not sure how good that is for us. We're being hit by a couple of things. Ooh, actually we are launching torpedoes? In this direction? That's a very far launch. But I'm not going to complain, it might do good for us. Constitution is doing something no, it's fine. It's actually scoring hits here, so I'm definitively fine with this. Although it's only a 6-inch gun. There we go, 16-inch gun hit. That's much better. Still, we do need to take out some of their turrets, otherwise it's really not worthwhile. Do we have more aircraft? Well, 13 torpedo bombs here. So let's set a location towards over here. And yeah, let's simply launch that strike. How about Carrier Division 6? Yeah, you also have some dive bombers on the Yorktown. Yeah, let's also get you over here. You have a naval strike loadout, you're heavy, let's launch that strike. Basically we need to start doing some real damage against them, otherwise we'll be screwed. So just gain that early advantage and take them out if at all possible. You guys drive more towards that direction. You can turn together again and reverse course again. Coma class hit, so we are doing damage against them. I don't think we are doing nothing over here. They can't fire back, so they have a somewhat similar arrangement than as we do. So that I think is at the very least nice. So yeah, let's try to go this way. Constitution is going to come out back, and yeah, we are scoring a lot of hits over here, but only 6-inch guns, so not that worthwhile. And these torpedoes are going to run out of ammo or endurance very soon. Well, still it's nice to score a lot of damage here. And I would really hope that some of our aircrafts are starting to launch. Did shoot down one of their aircrafts. I'm really afraid that their land bases might soon start to attack us as well. Independence, still their turret is out of action. Still Constitution is at least engaging, if not scoring hits. Yeah, there's one 16-inch gun hit, so that's lovely. Ooh, and it has taken out 2 of its turrets. Great. So yeah, you know what? Sometimes we are lucky as well. That's a very good result. This guy is basically out of action. So yeah, let's take out destroyers. Not be too aggressive over here, but still try to drive forward. But where are our aircraft? We did try to launch a couple of things. You can come back. And I guess what we can do is put you towards a speed of 20 so that you're not outrunning us all the time. Also, these light cruisers are starting to really come up and start to engage these guys. Battle cruisers can probably do a little swoop over here. Constitution scoring more hits against the Acoma. Well, it's not necessarily the Acoma, it's in the Acoma class. But yeah, good hits there. It's still very fast though. Well, at least 50 knots is not slow. Still, I think I would like to continue driving these destroyers against it. Launch a couple of torpedoes. Maybe do some good things. It's a very, very short range, so that might be useful. Come on, yeah, there we go. 2 torpedoes launched. Also a lot of hits scored. Yeah, unfortunately, they did drop out of action, but there we go. That's a good combat. That's a good launch of torpedoes. There's also a 12-inch coastal battery that I'm starting to get a little bit worried about. Do we have something that could deal with this? Potentially. We have some dive bombers here. 14 in fact. So let's pick a target and see whether we can do this. Battery. How do I know which one that might be? Range 49? Which one is this? Is this battery 12? It's battery A. Huh. Well, that's a little bit unfortunate. Okay, let's set you up for a ground strike. And the target is naval station, airbase, airbase, airbase. So bearing would be what? I think it's probably around this one. 20? No. It must be fairly close. And it should be somewhat in this bearing. Yeah. Launch strike. And it's starting to come to be a little bit late, so what I think what we need to do is take someone from the Biscay as well, these dive bombers here, and set towards ground strike on battery 20, I guess, or 21. And I'm kind of the reason why I'm doing this, maybe I should explain myself better, is I'm kind of worried that these batteries might screw with our invasion landing. So with our... Wait, what? Of course. Okay. Yeah, let's set you up for ground attack. And let's launch. Okay. So yeah, these guys might be trying to mess with our attacks, so I would rather not like that. You guys can withdraw. We're going to have launched these torpedoes at the Acoma. I guess some of these must hit 2, 3, 4, 5 torpedo hits. You, my friend, are going to go down extremely quickly. And that means you guys here can potentially start to shift your fire back on this sky instead. And then there is some LT. Is the LT the coastal battery? I don't suppose so, but we don't know. Independence still hasn't recovered its turret. Acoma class being hit. You shouldn't. Please try to hold your fire for 10 minutes. I think the Acoma class is more than taken out basically. Truxton, you could still launch some torpedoes. Finish him off a little bit faster. Just a little bit. These are only medium guns that we are using. I don't want to use the heavy guns. Some guys are approaching enemy ships. Okay, this is all of these guys. And you're starting to launch against this guy, aren't you? You probably are. Well, you might actually be going after this guy. Yeah, it looks like that. So that's lovely. Still, we are wrecking this guy. Truxton is coming up behind that. We are shooting down a couple of their aircraft. That's lovely to see. Bombing an auxiliary or light carrier there. That seems to be nice. Let's go this way. Hopefully Independence at some point is going to regain its turrets. Come on, Truxton, launch torpedoes. Lots of hits being scored on sort of all kinds of things. Are you going down? You don't seem to be. No one is firing 16-inch guns, are you? No. There are a couple of unidentified ships, but I think actually your main target should be this land feature. There we go. Oh, lots of things happening. Lots of guns being firing on the Coma, that's okay. Light cruiser bomb hit. This K, you need to come up this way. That's okay. You guys here do need to start launching torpedoes. Or just watch the Akoma go down. Lovely, okay. Do come up this way, max speed. No. Not gonna pick up survivors, we do need our destroyers in the front. This 12-inch gun is being hit. There is this light carrier. Let's use our destroyers over here. Let's get you out of the AI control. And let's speed towards over here. Scoring hits on this land feature. The Ryu class itself basically counting in my eyes as a carrier. So you guys here can go this way. And then this Santa Ana and this San Diego. We're going to bring you over there. You should fire on the coastal battery. Approaching more enemy ships. Potentially this guy. Yeah, this one has been so thoroughly devastated. But I haven't seen their carrier again. Ooh, unfortunately our battle cruisers are starting to fall out of range, so you guys here need to come up again and be a little bit faster. Some more hits on, I guess, you. You are burning as well. So I suppose this is very much a midway type engagement. Enemy ship Raju class is hit by a torpedo. Okay, that must be, yeah, our torpedo bombers over there. You guys, are you potentially targeting that land feature, please? That would be much appreciated. And you're targeting the Itsumu. You can drive by them, and that should be okay. We've received another report, apparently, of some battle cruisers and some battleships over there. I suppose it's already... No, it's not nighttime, really, so... Do we have strike crafts ready? We have on Biscay and Lubang a couple of dive bombers that are potentially ready. Let's at least ready that strike so that they are able to launch at a moment's notice. And I'm guessing these 8 dive bombers as well could be readied. Torpedo bombers, I guess. Yeah, let's ready that. That should be okay. Right, you guys, no AI control. Come up this way. Constitution, Itsumu, hit by a torpedo, lovely. That's you. You're still trying to fight off this coastal battery. Light cruiser, that's you. That's okay. I think you are still close enough. Let's see, that's unfortunate. San Mateo. Raju. Raju's firing on the San Mateo. These Raju class are so weird. They do have a lot of guns. They are a mixture between a light cruiser, I would say, and some Truxton being damaged. But they're basically a mix between a torpedo, a light cruiser and a carrier. One of our ships are attacking the enemy. That's nice to see. Where's their main battle carrier? Their main fleet carrier, though. Single torpedo being launched at this guy. Lovely. Smith, superstructure being hit. Unfortunately, this guy did pass through there. But I do wonder whether we can attack you. Oh, are you back in action? I think the turret on the Independence might be back in action. Yes, very nice. You're firing on the wrong target though, my friends. Lots of hits on the 12-inch gun now. Hopefully you're basically out of action. Well, you only have a single gun left. So that's nice, so you shouldn't be able to do too much damage on our transport fleets. Still a battle cruiser over there. You guys, launch torpedoes, please. It's what you do best. At least the Truxton does have some torpedoes. I know you have. Okay, you need to come back. Right. And then the Independence and Constitution. You're still firing on the 12-inch gun. I suppose what you should really be doing is try to take the battleship right up there in the front. This is probably the most threatening ship right now. Still has six 16-inch guns, so yeah, that is something that we do need to deal with. Firing all of these light guns, on the other hand, and secondaries on the Itsumu is fully appropriate, I think. Shooting down there are a lot of dive bombs coming in. I wonder where that is, though. There's also an unidentified ship over there. We should keep that in mind. You are under AI control, fully. Okay, so what I need is, let's say you guys here. You're not really damaged. Let's get you in line ahead formation, and let's get you towards the rear. Should pay some attention to... Ooh, lovely, lovely. Truxton has launched a full salvo of torpedoes against this guy, and you really need to stop. What are you doing? Oh, yeah, please do get away. So I think the issue with the Smith here is that basically its bridge was hit, so it might be reacting to commands a lot less violently, but all of our torpedoes missed. See, Truxton is turning, so that's nice to see. But the other ones aren't. And you really also shouldn't be AI controlled, you should be going this way. San Mateo, San Francisco, Truxton. Smith is now turning, but that might be too late. So I'm guessing these two destroyers you might have to write down. Here's our carrier, or the Japanese carrier, of course. It's still on fire, going 5 knots. So that still is a very, very worthwhile target. Let's see who is ready. So yeah, we've got 25 dive bombers. Your target is going to be this location here. Yeah, that's not much. That's about 10 minutes. So, you know what? Let's launch that strike coordinatedly. But maybe a little bit more towards the back. Yeah, let's launch that strike. And who have we got on? You guys, there's one that is ready. You guys here should also be readied. Right, let's see what we get. These guys are also extremely slow, so that's nice to see. Itsumu class being completely wrecked. Light cruiser being bombed somewhere. Okay, you guys, can you attack the Roger class? Thank you. Yeah, that's okay. And you guys are trying to get after the battlecruiser. Smith and Truxton, you should potentially go to much slower speed. Independence has been hit very hard. But I think there's a coma class, yeah. I mean, one of its turrets is down. Also, let's keep in mind this guy over here. Yeah, these guys are starting to reverse on them, so should be nice. Shooting down a lot of their bombers. Launching pretty much, not on this guy though. You guys here, don't turn together. Try to fall back into formation. Enemy aircraft are approaching Carrier Division 2. Carrier Division 2 is which one? It's this one? No, it's the one over here. Do we see the enemy? Might they be right on top of yeah, 11 dive bombers. We do have a couple of aircrafts over here. We do have a lot of destroyers. That's nice. At the very moment we have these light cruisers. So maybe we're gonna find that we have enough forces. Let's see though. We are shooting down a lot of them. At least 5, 7 or so. More damaged. Still they do have still have 11, so yeah, we do need to be mindful of that. Independence and Constitution. You're firing somewhat weirdly all over the place. Keep in mind we do have some aircrafts ready in this position, so in these carriers, so that's an issue. At least we are scoring some hits and taking out at least a turret of these guys. So that's nice. And down here there's still that unidentified ship trailing us. Raju class. Yeah, why not? Okay, it's good that this guy has gone down. That does mean, ooh, the Biscay, we need to drive off a little bit. That does mean we're not wasting any ammunition on these guys anymore, so that's nice. This should be well within your torpedo range, shouldn't it? And you do have a lot of torpedoes. So please do launch them. You guys are starting to fire on the carrier. Not sure I really appreciate that. I would really like you to focus on the battlecruiser. That's still going fast. It still has a lot of stuff. There's an unidentified land feature. I guess we need to sail you south again. You're going to come very close to this guy. Yeah, we have launched a couple of torpedoes at the Raju. Not sure whether anything is going to hit. Of course not. Oh, there's another one. Nice. Well, I guess you could come up this way too. Well, no, let's go this way. Oh yeah, there we are. Another couple of torpedoes, so hopefully something is going to hit. And I think that might be okay. Right, and really, can you really truly be targeting this guy, please? That would be a very fabulous thing for you to do. Only one turret in action, but still we have to keep that in mind. Okay, this is a destroyer over there. We are going to drive right at it. This 12-inch gun down there, I suppose it's mostly been taken out. Yeah, it has, so that's nice. Are you gonna hit? No. But you are hitting this guy. Still in action though. And you're hopefully firing secondary guns on the carrier. Yeah, you are. You guys, how about your torpedoes? I think you have some reload, so hopefully you should be fine. Starboard for... No, it's only port. Well, we're going to have a hard time driving by port on these guys. Could you please destroy this guy? I cannot ask you to be part of any of this. Okay, so let's ask you to be independent then. Hopefully you're going to drive off that destroyer then. Carrier is being raked by close fire. You should turn around. I need to come by port to really do something about these guys. Enemy aircraft are approaching to Destroyer Division 28. Destroyer Division 28 is... where? Ooh, down here. Okay, let's try to come back towards our main objective down there. Also the Yorktown. Let's try to protect our transports. They might be in severe trouble. This carrier really should be going down anyway. Independence is being continuously hit here by the Akoma. Akoma on the other hand being hit as well. And Independence again. Independence is suffering pretty badly. 11 hits. Okay, Independence does need to come down as well, I think. As does Biscay. You guys here, you should actually be going slower, I suppose. Try to come back. Yorktown. Just consolidate over here. Try to bring everyone in. Except for these light cruisers. Which are doing a strafing run on this carrier. And then hopefully on the Como. But your starboard, do have some starboard torpedo capabilities. Not that much really. We do really need to do a port run. So yeah, let's try to come up behind these guys. Hit by a torpedo? Really? I didn't even see them being launched, but must have been these guys. Still, so much the better. And we are going to try to come by port, use our port torpedo tubes on the Akoma, basically cripple it. And that would be extremely appreciated. There's also the Raju still around, really. I had thought you'd be sinking for a long time. Okay, here we go. We shouldn't really overtake it though, because then Truxton has spotted a submarine. Interesting. Right, you guys are coming down here, are you? Okay, everyone comes towards the rescue of the transports. Lovely. And you, my friends, launch torpedoes, please. Please and thank you. San Mateo is being raked by this heavy fire. This guy still has some fighting spirit in it. We really shouldn't underestimate him too much. But a single salvo of 10 or so torpedoes might do wonders here. No! No! Alright. Too bad. Raju class at least has sunk. Hiju is still around. Okay, I think at this point we... Ooh, you did actually launch a single torpedo there. That's interesting. Stop. This is getting a little bit difficult to see. Right, you're turning around. You're turning around. Let's get you towards 20 knots. I think that's ample. You guys gonna go 20 knots. You guys 20 is fine. Then we can start around the game again. Can try to wreck that 12-inch gun battery. Not too important. Hirju hit by another torpedo here by the San Mateo. That's lovely. The Coma is starting to withdraw. But I think it has suffered a lot of damage as well. So maybe at the end of the day it might actually survive, not survive this anyway. Carrier Division 6, so the Yorktown and Bennington is being attacked by 19 dive bombers, but we do have a lot of AA cover. So hopefully you're going to be fine. Lots of air combat, not going to go through every line of that, but fine. Ryuju still over here. And not going to detach a light cruiser. A destroyer, I would have maybe considered that, but no, not this way. You do need to come up over here this way. Independence. Can dial this down further, I guess. The Hiruju, I would really hope that sometimes you could mark some ships as not being... Stop. You won't know if I'm being hit at least. Right, you can turn around. This guy is toast anyway. Yeah, and I think we are going to bring in everyone safely towards this base over here. Oh, funny, there's a transport ship that I never really seen. Right, so I think this should declutter enormously. Just look at the amount of smoke, and there is the Hiruju going down. We're going to set up, we're going to send 2 destroyers to pick up survivors. That I think is more than fair. 2 destroyers should really be fine though. Stop. Shooting down a lot of aircraft. Right, do come up this way though. You can go back to max speed. You can sort of come up this way. Let's sail out towards the sea basically with our carriers. I think that's alright at this point. Oh wait a minute, was Tsingtao just hit? Did I read that right? Well, our carriers don't seem to be hit. Independence is still the capital ship that has suffered the most damage. Yeah, there we are. Our transports are there, so that's lovely to see. Yeah, basically everyone is doing fantastic. Yeah, airbase Tsingtao is being attacked by some bombers. Interesting. Very interesting. Good. Still over here, I would like to find that battle cruiser. But if it's not to be, then it's not to be. Let's drive everyone sort of this way. Yeah, why not? Let's be nice guys over here. A single destroyer is okay though. San Francisco is laying smoke. Why? Why would San Francisco be laying smoke? Totally inexplicable. I mean, there's land feature, true. Have you been wrecked, basically? You don't have detailed information, but I suppose... well, you have 3 guns left. Oh, someone sights an unknown ship. And then identify the land feature. Where would that unknown ship be? Okay, it's just the land feature. That's alright. You guys should probably be a little further out. I think they probably withdrew their battleship or battle cruiser. Right, so I think we've pretty much taken care of everything in this vicinity. So do we really need to do anything else? Let's go for very fast over here. We are taking some land bases. Nothing too big though. Just some air battles around. Enemy and our bases actually, so... yeah, this is just the land feature. It's very nice that they are indeed attacking the air bases. Right, you know what? We do need to speed this up a little bit and see whether there's actually going to be any engagement. Otherwise, I'm probably going to put in a cut. We basically fulfilled our mission, so not really sure what else we would be expecting to do over here. So Balch has just been hit by a torpedo. I'm not sure where that came from though. I don't even see any enemies. Must have been a submarine then. Your flooding is really out through the roof. Yeah, it's a torpedo hit, so I'm guessing mine torpedo. Yeah, I'm guessing it's a submarine. Let's bring the speed down here, hoping that this guy can recover. I very much suspect that he won't. Yeah, maybe. If you can limit its flooding fully, I think you're gonna be alright. Right, let's see. Enemy ships. Where? Why? How? Is that down here? Interesting, interesting. Okay, so we have rediscovered an enemy, and it's supposedly a strong enemy. So let's try to get down there and see whether we can find out what exactly they are. So at least our battle cruisers are going to come here and try to find them. Balch again. What the fuck is wrong? What on earth is wrong with Balch? It has been hit by 3 torpedoes and mines. This is a very unlucky ship. I think these are just events. Not sure why Balch is being hit so hard. Okay, let's set up a couple of further strikes here. I'm guessing pretty much everyone. Let's put everyone to the job. So everyone here, all of you guys, should be fine. Yeah, let's go to this location on a naval strike. That's okay. All of you are heavy or something along these lines. You potentially don't really have enough torpedoes, so let's set you on a heavy loadout. Let's launch that strike. And similarly with Carrier Division 16, all of you guys here. Oh, I did set up a coordinated strike. Not really what I wanted to do. And let's do an uncoordinated strike. All naval. You should have enough torpedoes here. Yeah, you do. Yeah, so that's fine. You go here. Launch strike. Balch is sinking. Yes, we would very much have expected Balch to be sinking. 2 of our destroyers really should be fine though. Right, let's see whether we can get... Oh no. Please, please, please do come down here. I do need you to come down here, because there are some enemies and we do need to find them. So I really don't want our battle cruisers to be under AI control. Although of course our aircrafts are also going to come in at some point, and they should be doing a lot of damage there. But the Balch, man, just being hit by 6 torpedoes, that's so unlucky. Why, when can I take you back from AI control, please? I think some of these guys might be the strike packages. Are they? No, they are not. Yeah, there are some guys though. Come on. Ten of our aircraft are attacking. Not really doing a lot of damage though, it seems. 30 more aircraft are joining. 4 more. 30 more. No hits though. Absolutely no hits. Guys, I don't want you to be this independent. A single bomb hit here on a destroyer. That's all we got for this attack. Pretty much all of our aircrafts being launched, and so far only hit we got was on a single destroyer. Bolt has sunk. Yeah, 3 more bomb hits on a destroyer. Interesting concept. Okay, carrier division needs to come down here. You guys do need to come down here. Ah, hit by a torpedo. That's much better. That is what I appreciate. Corvettes being hit. I think a lot of these reports are spurious. Receiving a lot more reports though. Okay, so here we are. Sorry, I probably had to put in a cut here because after our second engagement down here with our aircraft, we weren't really able to find any shipping. So yeah, I just let the scenario run. After the engagement, one of our transports is being sunk. That's unfortunate. But let's see the overall results over here. So we've lost a destroyer, we've lost an auxiliary. One of our battle cruisers was heavily damaged. And we've lost 92 aircraft, which feels very dramatic. I'm not sure where they all went down, but we have to have an eye on that. I think a lot of them were lost in the initial attacks on the airfields. But yeah, that's devastating. On the other hand, the Japanese, they've lost a battle cruiser, they've lost their carrier, they've lost a light carrier, they've lost a heavy cruiser, they've lost a destroyer and an auxiliary, and 2 light ships. So dramatic losses for them over here. Also medium damage on their remaining battle cruiser, which I think probably made it back to port. This is of course a major victory, even though our aircraft losses are very substantial. Yeah, still on the Japanese side as well, 300 aircraft being lost compared to our 92. So yeah, that is drastic as well. Most of them air-to-air losses. Ours are lost to, well, pretty much all of the things, including a lot of operational losses actually. The operational losses I'm kind of concerned about. Okay, but let's look at the ship details over here. So we've got the Kurama, which is sunk due to torpedo hits, bomb hits, heavy hits, I guess all of that at the same time. Although it certainly suffered a lot of flooding early on, and then an enormous amount of pounding by 5 and 6 inch guns at a very short range, I guess. Yeah, you can see most of these did penetrate. So yeah, still most of the things. Oh, I think everything after here, after these little things here, is practically after it was sinking, yeah. So really what did get it sinking was a couple of heavy hits. It's funny to see though. Fires extinguished. It was really sort of everything. High speed increases flooding. But really the first thing that did hit it, and which really already... Yeah, see, it was already heavily flooding after 2 heavy hits here from crafts from the Yorktown. So really the aircraft carriers once again demonstrating their superiority. And here on the other hand, evading air attack, yeah, you're doing fairly well until you were hit by a heavy bomb and your conning tower was already destroyed basically from the Biscay. And then you were immediately coming under small under small arms fire basically from the Independence, which already hit your engine room, and then fairly soon you were being hit by very heavy guns. And I'm guessing that this fire is ultimately what has been your downfall. And all of these very close 6 inch and hits, and so far not that many of these are actually, yeah, after the torpedoes, after the 2 torpedo hits, that is when you really came down. On the other hand, our Independence class, 11 heavy hits here. One of the first ones already a hit on the turrets, I believe. So yeah, that was unfortunate as well. What else did we got? We've got the Itsumu. Yeah, I'm guessing all of these things at the same time. But again, it was a bomb that did the first damage and already perforated your optic, so that did limit your speed. There was a dot bomb hit, but that already started fires that never really were extinguished as far as I can tell. Lots of flooding as well. Yeah, very lovely. Right, so let's look at the air losses. and I would like to see what exactly we lost. So what's BH? Bomb hits scored. Yeah, that's a lot of hits scored. Who was incurring that heavy operational losses though? Really unsure why you are suffering so much. Very lovely though. Our troops land in North Korea, so that's lovely to see. Let's look at the... Yeah, so they basically started out over here. They try to hug the coast, come back towards their port. And basically this is where most of the fighting happened. So yeah, very interesting to see. Very nice battle over here. It did last a little bit longer than I would have expected. But we did certainly score a lot of hits over there. Lost some ships, but honestly not that many. And I think still over here in Northeast Asia, yes, the Independence will be out for 2 turns. But you know what? San Francisco as well, Santa Ana, some of these other ships. But I think basically Japan must have been devastated. So they don't have any carrier. They only have 2 battle cruisers. One of them must be heavily damaged. And they don't have any carrier at all. The only existing ships are these 2 Ikoma class battle cruisers. One of which must be undergoing repairs. And then they only have 2 light cruisers. And the rest is destroyers. So they are basically done for. Except of course for their land-based air power. So that's very, very lovely to see. And I think next turn we will be moving in our forces again towards Northern Europe. And yeah, over here we are fighting against North Korea, so that's nice. And we should then ask for another target, I guess. And I'm guessing South Korea is what we should be aiming for. So do another landing down here, support our forces there. We have a lot of, a very strong majority of forces there. So I think that's going to be fantastic. So yeah, excuse the slightly long episode, but I hope you enjoyed. So thank you very much, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.